What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. I'm sure a bunch of you heard about the 4 black teenagers, or young adults, I'll say in this case, that kidnapped a white, mentally challenged dude and tortured him in Chicago. A lot of people covered this. It's big news. Few people wanted to know my take on this shit, and let me say this. a lot of you Negroes that come to me, telling me that I don't support black people and all this bullshit. It's first of all, that just doesn't make sense. If I'm telling you that I'm against acts like this, real heinous bullshit acts, it's because it doesn't help your cause. It's not saying anything. It's just random bullshit, hate, violence. It doesn't make any sense. A lot of y'all saw the video. I don't even know. I don't know where to begin. First off, I've seen a couple videos. One in particular by this YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. He makes great videos. I'm not gonna say his name. Well, fuck it. I'll say his name. Some of y'all might know him. Carcino for Life. I seen his video, and this happens to be a sentiment that's out there that I totally disagree with. As much as I love him, this is no disrespect. If he happens to see this video, this ain't disrespect. I just disagree with you on this. Brothers like him and other people are saying, well, if y'all knew the environment and, there's no education and this and that, you're blaming all these outside factors, but you're not looking at the most important factor: home fucking training and common sense. You just, at 18 years fucking old, you're considered a young adult. So there comes a point in time where, you gotta practice common fucking sense. And in this video, so I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. These Negroes are screaming, "Fuck Trump," "Fuck you, white boy," all this bullshit. Fuck white people, whatever the case may be. And people in the mainstream media, of course, they're trying to say, well, some of them, they're trying to not classify it as a hate crime when it is a hate crime. And the reason I say that is because if the shoe was on the other foot, you'll have Negroes from here to Timbuktu saying it's a hate crime. So why is it any different when it's switched around? It's a fucking hate crime. I know now it's being classified as one, but in the beginning you had that weak, spineless Don Lemon saying, well, it's not a hate crime. It's just it's just a sick act. And you had one of this police chief or whoever from Chicago, this Negro says, oh yeah, it's just kids, being kids, and other people are running with this sentiment. And I'm like, really? I can't stand when people use that fucking logic. Oh, they're just kids. And I've talked about this in an old video where some chick was cyberbullied into committing suicide, and then the mother of one of the kids who bullied this girl into committing suicide, she says, well, hey, they're just kids. And I'm sick and tired of hearing that fucking bullshit. Especially if you're over 18, if you're 18 and up, I'm not buying that bullshit. They're just kids. Who cares? And see, this is exactly why this same rhetoric that they're just kids, it doesn't matter. It's the same reason why I kind of don't support Black Lives Matter. And I've kind of talked about this. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because the media is trying to link Black Lives Matter to this. Now, to their credit, I don't know if Black Lives Matter has anything to do with this. But the problem is that they don't, when they're getting linked to shit like this, they don't do anything to disavow the shit. They're not going to say anything because, like I was trying to mention before, when you say, well, they're just kids, you're kind of saying, well, their lives don't matter. And when you don't disavow shit like this, you're basically saying, well, Black lives don't matter because when Black people are killing each other in record number, you're not going to say anything. When Black people are doing shit like this and you're saying, who gives a fuck? You really don't care about their lives because their lives are going to be ruined now, or should be ruined, when they're going to be thrown into the system. Okay. So, one other thing I heard about this was, and I don't know how true this is because I tried to look it up and I didn't really find anything about this. I read, someone left a comment that some members of Black Lives Matter gave the family of that kid, they somehow gave them money already, I guess, as a sign of good faith. If they did, that's a credit to them. I don't know how true that is, so don't hold me to that. So I will credit them with that if that is true. But like I said, one of my main problems with Black Lives Matter is they don't disavow none of that bullshit. Any of this fuckery that goes on, they got nothing to say. They don't say, hey, wait, that got nothing to do with us. That's not our mission. Because again, George Soros runs that shit and he controls the narrative. This is why you see all that bullshit going under their name. But not to stray too far off from these four assholes that deserve to get, I think the death penalty is too good for them. They need to be in jail. They need to be tortured, starved to death. To me, that's fitting for them. One thing that kept coming up is, in comparison to this story, is the flip side of it. There was an issue that happened in Idaho where I think a Black teen was sodomized by, I think, a couple of white teenagers, and racial slurs were thrown out there. And I think that those kids that did it got like 3 years of probation and shit. Now, you do have a point. Some of y'all do have a point. I say this shit should set precedents. This one with the four teens that went out there and did this to this kid, this mentally challenged kid, this should set precedents, and that Idaho case should be retried. And those white boys that did that shit, they should face the same fate that these four assholes are gonna face. Because anytime you go out and commit, and it's an obvious hate crime, when you're sitting out there yelling these racist words towards the victim, and you're injuring them, that's a hate crime. It just is, in every way, shape, and form. So, one thing I just don't want to hear, and I'm tired of hearing it, are don't make excuses for assholes like this. Do not make excuses for them, because these are the reasons why Black people, why my people have such a negative stereotype, because you have niggas like this that run around and they will get so much shine because the shit was posted on World Star Hip Hop. Mind you, they're making Q make tons of money off that shit, and you're just posting up your fuckery, and then it's just so fucking stupid. And then this brings me to my last point. How fucking stupid are you? Let's say that I don't condone this shit on any level. But let's say that I was one of these niggas that wanted to go out and do this shit. Are you that fucking stupid and narcissistic to go record the shit and put it on Facebook Live? Because you know how your stupid black asses probably got caught? Because you probably threw it up on Facebook thinking, you know, look what I'm doing. I'm committing a noble act. You're going to have people that, you know, maybe side with you ideologically, but then at the end of the day, they go, wait a minute, this is too fucking far. And y'all are fucking so stupid that you thought that you would get away with this shit. Throw the book at these Negroes. I don't care. I don't care to ever see them ever again. If you want to, you know what? If you want to execute them, be done with them. Because at the end of the day, there's way too many stupid motherfuckers on the planet. I was just talking to my boy, and he was talking about how in North Korea, this is kind of funny, they have the generational punishment where if the one person gets in trouble for something, the parents also get jailed, and I'm not sure if they sterilize the person who did it, so their bloodline won't even be raised with their logic. I think that is funny as hell. I think it's a little bit extreme, but it makes sense. It keeps motherfuckers in check. But that's a little bit too extreme. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, that's my take on this whole shit. Fuck those 4 motherfuckers. Same thing to those white kids in Idaho that did that shit. Fuck y'all. I hope you all suffer and burn in hell. I'll see you there. For all y'all that tell me to go to hell, I already know I'm going, so fuck you. And that's all I gotta say about the issue. Yes, this is a hate crime in every way, shape, and form, and that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.